I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways.
2 tables away from Trump, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, this is too much, you know?
The legal showdown between Elon Musk and Asterisk, The View Asterisk, has captivated the public and legal experts alike, sparking heated debates on media responsibility, free speech, and the consequences of public figures making unsubstantiated claims. Musk's defamation lawsuit against the popular talk show ignited a firestorm of commentary, with the billionaire accusing the show of spreading harmful falsehoods about him and others, including Senator J.D. Vance. Musk's legal team argued that public figures like Vance should be held accountable for their statements, especially when those statements affect someone's reputation or career. As the case unfolded, Musk's attorneys presented a series of social media posts, interviews, and public statements made by Whoopi Goldberg and other panelists. They contended that these comments were not only baseless but had caused significant harm. Musk himself took to social media, calling the accusations reckless and accusing The View of attempting to undermine his legitimacy and business endeavors. For him, this lawsuit wasn't just about clearing his name. It was about pushing back against mainstream media, which he believes distorts the truth and fuels division. On the other side, The View found itself in an uncomfortable position, trying to defend the free speech of its hosts while grappling with the serious legal implications of Musk's suit. The show's producers stood by Whoopi Goldberg, asserting that her comments were protected by the First Amendment. However, they couldn't ignore the mounting legal pressures. Legal experts across the country weighed in on the potential ramifications of the case, and the media landscape watched closely, wondering how this legal battle could shift the way public figures are treated in the press. Public opinion was divided. Some rallied behind Musk, arguing that The View had crossed a line in its criticism of him. Others defended Whoopi, claiming her comments were protected speech and part of the show's dynamic and controversial format. A critical question lingered. Could Musk, with his immense wealth and legal resources, overcome the formidable power of one of the most influential daytime talk shows? As the case progressed, it became clear that this was about more than just defamation. It was about the delicate balance between media freedom and responsibility. Musk's legal team brought the weight of federal scrutiny into the matter, arguing that Whoopi's accusations didn't just damage his reputation, they could erode public trust in institutions and create unnecessary division. In their view, when influential media figures make unverified claims about public figures, it can have long-lasting consequences for society's perception of key political and business issues. Meanwhile, Whoopi's explanation for her comments, blaming her cat for tripping her up, did little to quell the storm. Critics viewed this as an attempt to dodge accountability, further fueling the controversy. It seemed less like a sincere apology and more like an effort to trivialize the situation. Legal experts suggested that this response could weaken The View's defense, making it harder to argue that her statements were merely opinions or satirical commentary. As the legal battle raged on, Musk's team demanded a public apology. The pressure mounted, with Musk's lawyers warning that without an admission of wrongdoing, they would press forward with the lawsuit. What began as a media spat had evolved into a major legal confrontation, raising critical questions about the ethical responsibilities of media personalities and the influence they wield over public opinion. The case became a flashpoint for discussions about media accountability and the increasing power of social media in shaping public discourse. Federal authorities recognized the potential for this case to set a precedent on how the media handles defamatory remarks, particularly when they involve high-profile figures. But the drama didn't end there. The departure of Whoopi Goldberg from The View shocked many, sparking speculation about ABC's decision to let her go. While the official explanation cited the mounting legal pressures, some believed it was a strategic move to protect the network's reputation. After Musk's victory in court, it seemed that ABC wanted to distance itself from any further legal trouble. The network's decision to part ways with Whoopi was seen by some as a reflection of the evolving role of media accountability. For The View a show already criticized for its political bias and often divisive debates, This was a turning point. It highlighted the tangible legal and reputational risks of unchecked commentary. The incident may mark a shift in how media outlets handle controversial statements, especially when they involve powerful figures. The rise of social media and the ever-increasing scrutiny of public figures mean that the line between opinion and legal liability is becoming more blurred. Whoopi's exit and Musk's legal victory have ignited conversations about the broader implications for the media landscape. Some argue that Musk's success in the lawsuit signals a need for greater caution in how media personalities comment on public figures. The judgment may serve as a reminder that media companies and their hosts must be more careful about making unfounded claims that could damage a person's reputation. This case challenges the idea that media personalities are immune from the consequences of their words, particularly when those words can have serious repercussions for individuals in the public eye. However, others worry that this case could set a dangerous precedent for free speech. If media figures begin to self-censor out of fear of lawsuits, it could stifle important debates and lead to a more cautious, less confrontational media environment. Talk shows, especially those like The View thrive on strong opinions, debate, and sometimes biting satire. If hosts are constantly afraid of legal backlash, the media could become less willing to engage in bold commentary. Critics argue that this could create a chilling effect, discouraging journalists and commentators from voicing dissenting or controversial opinions. Ultimately, this case brings up an essential question: how do we balance media accountability with the right to free speech? While it is vital to hold media figures accountable for harmful or false statements, it is equally important to preserve spaces for open dialogue and discussion, even on controversial topics. The challenge lies in finding that balance between protecting reputations and maintaining the freedom to debate difficult issues. As this case reverberates through the media world, it is also important to consider the broader legal and ethical implications. Should media companies implement stronger training programs for their hosts and commentators? Would clearer disclaimers about opinion versus fact help protect both journalists and public figures? These are some of the pressing questions that media organizations and legal experts will need to address in the coming years. In the end, the Musk versus The View case has set the stage for a broader discussion about the responsibilities of media figures, the role of free speech, and the impact of legal battles on journalistic integrity. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the relationship between the media and public figures will never be the same again. So what do you think? Should the media be held more accountable for its statements, or does this case risk chilling free speech and honest debate? Let us know your thoughts. The legal showdown between Elon Musk and The View has sparked debates on media responsibility, free speech, and the consequences of public figures making unsubstantiated claims. Musk's defamation lawsuit against the talk show accused it of spreading harmful falsehoods about him and others, including Senator J.D. Vance's Musk legal team argued that public figures like Vance should be held accountable for their statements, particularly when they harm reputations. As the case progressed, Musk's attorneys presented social media posts and public statements made by Whoopi Goldberg and other panelists, claiming they were not only baseless but also damaging. Musk himself took to social media, calling the accusations reckless and accusing The View of undermining his legitimacy and business endeavors. For Musk, this lawsuit wasn't just about clearing his name. It was about pushing back against mainstream media, which he believes distorts the truth. The View faced the challenge of defending its host's free speech while confronting serious legal implications. The show's producers backed Whoopi Goldberg, asserting that her comments were protected under the First Amendment. However, the mounting legal pressures could not be ignored. Legal experts weighed in on the case's ramifications, and the media landscape watched closely. Public opinion was split. Some sided with Musk, arguing that The View had crossed a line, while others defended Whoopi, claiming her comments were part of the show's controversial format. The critical question loomed: could Musk, with his vast resources, prevail over one of the most influential talk shows? As the case advanced, it became evident that this was about more than defamation. It was about balancing media freedom with responsibility. Musk's legal team emphasized that Whoopi's accusations didn't just damage his reputation, but could erode public trust in institutions. They contended that unverified claims made by influential media figures could have lasting societal consequences. Meanwhile, Whoopi's explanation, blaming her cat for tripping her up, failed to quell the controversy. Critics saw it as an attempt to evade accountability. Legal experts suggested her response weakened the View's defense, making it harder to argue that her statements were mere opinion or satire. As the legal battle escalated, Musk's team demanded a public apology. The pressure grew, with his lawyers warning that without an admission of wrongdoing, they would proceed with the lawsuit. What started as a media spat had become a significant legal confrontation, raising questions about media ethics and the influence of public figures. The case became a flashpoint for media accountability and the role of social media in shaping public discourse. Federal authorities took notice, recognizing its potential to set a precedent on defamatory remarks involving high-profile figures. However, the drama didn't end there. Whoopi Goldberg's departure from The View shocked many, sparking speculation about ABC's decision to let her go. While the official explanation cited legal pressures, some believed it was a strategic move to protect the network's reputation. After Musk's legal victory, it seemed ABC wanted to avoid further legal trouble. The network's decision to part ways with Whoopi was seen as a shift in media accountability. For The View a show often criticized for political bias, this was a turning point, underscoring the legal and reputational risks of unchecked commentary. The incident may prompt media outlets to rethink how they handle controversial statements, particularly when they involve powerful figures. The rise of social media and increased scrutiny of public figures mean the line between opinion and legal liability is becoming increasingly blurred. Whoopi's exit and Musk's victory have sparked discussions about media ethics. Some argue that Musk's success signals a need for greater caution in how media personalities comment on public figures. The ruling may remind media companies and hosts to be more careful when making unfounded claims. This case challenges the notion that media personalities are immune from consequences, especially when their words impact public figures. However, others worry that it could set a dangerous precedent for free speech. If media figures start self-censoring out of fear of lawsuits, it may stifle debates and lead to a more cautious, less confrontational media landscape. Talk shows like The View thrive on strong opinions, debates, and satire. If hosts constantly fear legal repercussions, the media might become less willing to engage in bold commentary. Critics argue this could discourage journalists and commentators from expressing dissenting or controversial views. Ultimately, this case raises a crucial question. How do we balance media accountability with free speech? Holding media figures responsible for harmful or false statements is important, but so is preserving spaces for open dialogue, even on contentious topics. The challenge lies in protecting reputations while ensuring the freedom to debate difficult issues. The Musk versus The View case highlights a broader shift in media dynamics. With social media amplifying every statement, scrutiny over public figures has intensified. False claims can cause immediate damage, making it essential for media outlets to balance credibility with engaging audiences. If this case sets a precedent, media organizations may need stricter guidelines for on-air commentary. Fact-checking and legal considerations may become more rigorous, leading to a more responsible but risk-averse media environment. However, some fear that a cautious media landscape could hinder necessary discussions about power and accountability. While public figures should be scrutinized, where is the line between criticism and defamation? If media figures cannot challenge powerful individuals without legal consequences, does this give the wealthy greater control over public narratives? Yes, this case reverberates through the media world. Broader legal and ethical questions arise. Should media companies provide stronger training for their hosts? Would clearer distinctions between opinion and fact protect both journalists and public figures? These are pressing issues for media organizations and legal experts alike. In the end, the Musk versus The View case has set the stage for a larger conversation about media responsibility, free speech, and the legal battles shaping journalism. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. The relationship between media and public figures will never be the same again.
Who is in charge? Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk, Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. Watch out.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...